Wine is bottled poetry. If I am the chief of sinners, I am the chief of sufferers also. To know what you prefer instead of humbly saying amen to what the world tells you you ought to prefer is to have kept your soul alive. It is one thing to mortify curiosity, another to conquer it. You can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. The saints are the sinners who keep on trying. To be what we are, and to become what we are capable of becoming, is the only end of life. A friend is a gift you give yourself. There are no foreign lands. It is the traveler only who is foreign. You think those dogs will not be in heaven. I tell you they will be there long before any of us. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. We are all travelers in the wilderness of this world, and the best we can find in our travels is an honest friend. I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. That man is a success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much. Compromise is the best and cheapest law wire. There is no duty we so much underrate as the duty of being happy. You start a question, and it's like starting a stone. You sit quietly on the top of a hill, and away the stone goes, starting others. Books are good enough in their own way, but they are a mighty bloodless substitute for life. She had an evil face, smoothed by hypocrisy, but her manners were excellent. It is perhaps a more fortunate destiny to have a taste for collecting shells than to be born a millionaire. Everyday courage has few witnesses. But yours is no less noble because no drum beats for you and no crowds shout your name. Perpetual devotion to what a man calls his business is only to be sustained by perpetual neglect of many other things. All human beings, as we meet them, are commingled out of good and evil, and Edward Hyde, alone, in the ranks of mankind, was pure evil. The world is so full of a number of things, I'm sure we should all be as happy as kings. Make the most of the best and the least of the worst. There comes an end to all things, the most capacious measure is filled at last, and this brief condescension to evil finally destroyed the balance of my soul. Our business in life is not to succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirits. Everyone, at some time or another, sits down to a banquet of consequences. You must suffer me to go my own dark way. You cannot run away from a weakness, you must sometimes fight it out or perish. And if that be so, why not now and where you stand? There are 2 things that men should never weary of, goodness and humility. We get none too much of them in this rough world among cold, proud people.